Welcome to the bold analysis. A confrontation is going to be witnessed in Jacaranda Stadium, in Jacaranda grounds, because William Ruto was supposed to hold a rally there with the Kenya Kwanza Brigade and also Johnson Sakaja team. And yesterday, there was a meeting that was held in Jacaranda, and that meeting, Sakaja, Nixon Korir, the Stare member aspirant Simon Bugwa, and also there was Simon Bugwa. There was also Muredi, who is vying for Bakasi East constituency seat on a UDA ticket. They met Bunge Wananchi. So I followed that a bit, and to what I understand, that team was there to prepare the ground, because the last time Deputy President was in Jacaranda, there is some violence that was witnessed there. And to my surprise, I think Sakaja was coming out to confess that indeed last time they goofed, and that is why that violence was witnessed. And Sakaja will then go there to prepare the ground. This is the language that politicians like using. So I want us to watch Sakaja's statement there yesterday. Then from that, I'm also going to make an observation, because I was analyzing this video. I've just come from Jacaranda, and of course I also have some few interviews and informal talks with members of that Bunge Wananchi on that ground.
Sakaja kiboko yao, Generali kiboko yao, wazi kabisa kiboko yao bado. Watu wamejua ya kwamba Sakaja akiingia nikiwa kwa ballot, ile project itaanguka. Mtu wa kutumwa, wa kulazimishwa, mimi ni kijana wenu. Mtasimama na mimi? Mimi nikipigwa nyinyi mnapigwa, na nikijengwa nyinyi mnajengwa, na nikipanda naleta ngazi mupande pia nyinyi. Mavijana wote tuwe mbele Nairobi, sawa sawa? Mimi nitakuwa kwa debe, hawezi nisimamisha. Ama na kazi jasoma, si nimesoma. Sasa sikizeni, kesho sikizeni, kesho tuleni. Saimo wako hapa. Wapi makofi ya Saimo? Sasa sikizeni, kesho saa 8 saa 4 niko naambia kesho. Sikizeni mavijana, si mavijana tuwezi angushana kweli, sawa sawa? A brother for a brother, a youth for a youth, a hustler for a hustler. Yes. Ama ni aje? Sakaja mnasema siku zote, Sakaja, Sakaja, lazima uweke mbwekse kwanza, mbwekse. Sikizeni mavijana, nataka msikie. Si mnasikia? Si mnanicheki? Super Senator, mnaninao? Mnaninao? Si mimi ni kijana mwenzenu. Hii vita napigwa, si mnaelewa ni siasa. Sawa sawa? Namsikize. Sisi kachini, weka chini. Haya. Sisi ni mavijana wa Nairobi. Mimi nimezaliwa Nairobi mtaa Eastlands. Sasa hatuogopi kitu. Si ndio hiyo? Si ni maodi wa mtaa. Hakuna kitu tunaogopa. Tusitishwe. Si ndio hiyo? Na wakileta mundu kumundu, mundu kumundu, mundu kumundu, tunapelekana. Sasa tunaomba hivi, unajua last time kulikuwa na ngori, juma vijana wa kupango mavijana wapa. Sasa lazima mupa, si mko na viongozi wenu, si mnajuana. Stage tunataka tuweke leo. Sawa sawa? Stage setiwe na dais. Hiyo dais ni kazi yenu. Muichunge. Si ndio hiyo? Ya kwanza kazi itakuwa, lakini nawaambia Embakasi East leo na kesho kila keja ile harufu kitunguu. Si ndio hiyo? Kitunguu na nyama. Leo na kesho hakuna kuboil, hakuna kuchemsha, ni kufry. Ni kufry. Alafu naomba hivi, mavijana, naomba hivi, sinyini wa Embakasi East, huyu mrevi, mrevi kwa
So that was what Sakaja said yesterday. This meeting was very critical. And unlike, if you remember, last weekend they were in Bugungu, and the Bugungu stadium was full. 2 weeks, I think 3 weeks ago, they were also in Kamkunji in Shaurimoyo, and it was full. So perhaps they wanted to continue with that momentum. Unlike the other rallies, the Jacaranda grounds, I think, was prepared and organized by Johnson Sakaja. Perhaps that's where the problem is. So today in the morning, I went to Jacaranda, and because where I stay is not far from Jacaranda. So when before on my way there, around B Center, I started spotting the men in uniform, the police, from B Center all the way to the field, and that place was corded, and the entrance was barricaded by stones, and police were there, the GSU were there. That place was painted blue. If you look at these photos here, these are photos that Babu Wino just shared. The place, the residents there were not allowed in. So what is also happening is that they have actually cordoned the area, not just that place, but from Mama Lucy, the police are there. If you look at the Mama Lucy's place, the Manyanja Road, those are the 3 entrance points to Jacaranda for people who understand that area well. Manyanja Road, you could also spot the police there. Then the Greenspan. All those 3 routes, you can spot the men in police. So what exactly is happening is that there is no rally that is going to be held there. And of course, if you talk to people there, route was supposed to be expected. And last night, after Sakaja mentioned that they were to put their stage there, there were reports that the team went there very early in the morning to try to erect the stage, but they were stopped. And then they just fled and went their way. So as William Ruto was attending a church service in Roysambu, the 2 tweets that have been shared, one by Johnson Sakaja and another one by William Ruto. Johnson Sakaja is saying, Kenya Kwanza booked and paid for the Jacaranda grounds for our rally this afternoon. We won't buckle at the intimidation of the state. We have right to assemble. Our resolve for Nairobi and Kenya is clear and unstoppable. Akasema, tukutane Jacaranda. Deputy President, while still in charge, the same church is saying, the Kenya Kwanza fraternity and the entire Hustler Nation wishes a blessed Sunday to all, na tukutane Jacaranda after church. So these are posts that are made, and then this tells you that, of course, they are trying to prepare the ground for confrontation. And okay, if they paid, because Sakaja is saying they paid and booked, what do you think might have happened? There is a likelihood that sometimes one of the grounds of cancelling a rally somewhere is where 2 groups book the rally, maybe like Azimio candidates book the rally and Kenya Kwanza. Then in the event that happens, the rally is cancelled. all the 2 rallies are cancelled. Ladies and gentlemen, what I have also gathered is that yesterday meeting that that Nani had there, the yesterday meeting that Sakaja held there are also some violence or the dissatisfaction that happened. And so I captured this guy here. Of course, we had to go undercover. And he was telling us what exactly happened yesterday. Let's listen in directly from him. Then from there, we are going to explain finer details why exactly that rally is being cancelled. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and also like our video. When you like our video, it is through that you're also promoting this channel. From here, of course, we are still going to continue following because it is a developing story. If William Ruto is going there, but the truth is the tents are not in the field. That's one thing I can confirm. The tents are not in the field. And so if he's going, maybe ataongea on top of the car. And we're also not sure whether then police are going to allow his entrance there. But listen to this gentleman.
Pata pesa. Kitu yenye alifanya mbaya kwanza, juu wanaume aliruhusa pesa juu. Ngiri moja. Aliruhusa hiyo 200. Hiyo change ilikuwa na change. Akiruhusa hivyo, wakaenda hivyo. Wanaume walichukia sana. Paka wakauliza, kwani wanawake ndio wanakuanga na kura mingi? Kama wanaume ndio wanapiga kura. Mmoja wacha nikuambie, mwanamke kesho hata bibi yangu wewe yenye niko nayo kwa nyumba. Wakati wa kura yake iko wapi? Hapa Nairobi, lakini atapanda gari aende nyumbani. Sawa. Nasikia.
Sasa wale vijana walileta vurugu ama ilikuwaje? Kwa sababu
sasa hiyo wacha nikwambie, vijana walileta vurugu. Juu wanaona wanawake wameenda, wamama wameenda. Yeye hawataka kupewa pesa. Pesa huyo alikuwa anatoa. Lakini kitu yenye alifanyia makosa moja, aliruhusa pesa na akaenda. Hiyo ndio kitu moja alifanyia.
Sinasikia vijana walikataa kujipanga.
Hata mimi nilikuwa hapo. Tulipanga line. Unaona? Sasa vile tuliona huyu hata sijui nini wanawake wameenda na tukanini hapo, wanaume wote wakasimama.
Now guys, that is what a snippet of what happened. Now I've been trying to peruse the document, the receipt that Sakaja shared, and what is in that receipt is that the payment was done on 15th, and it was done by Francis Muridi, who is the candidate, the MP candidate there. What exactly is happening is the MP hired the ground. Maybe they realized that they wanted him to hire so that it looks like his own rally. But maybe this is where they goofed, because there is a likelihood that even Babu Owino also hired the rally. And Muridi and Babu are vying for the same seat. Probably this might have been the reason for that to have happened. But let's look at the finer details. In the light of a statement from that gentleman, there is a likelihood that the tempers were high. And when we were there, we talked to people who attended that meeting and even some of the women who benefited. So you will realize that women got their money. And I've always mentioned that it's very easy for women because wao hujipanga na wao huwa wapigani. Now, the gentleman, what I understand is there was a bit of hata kujipanga, it was difficult. So what Sakaja and Muridi did was just to throw money for them, wakangangania, and there are some people who didn't get. So probably there is a likelihood that the people who got the money, the people who benefited did not have a problem. But they aggrieved the people who missed on the chunk that was there. that was already an enough ground to bring a confrontation between the two groups. And being that that meeting was for Kenya Kwanza and Mureithi was in the forefront, of course, Babu Owino and Mureithi are vying for the same seat. And there is a possibility that people who might have missed are Babu Owino's candidates, are Babu Owino's supporters, and that can be creating that clash. However, it is not a coincidence that the rally was organized the same day that Dispute Resolution Committee that is sitting at Milimani High Court was supposed to give a verdict on the fate of Johnson Sakaja. From where I am seated, this meeting was organized by the sole blessings of Johnson Sakaja, simply because they wanted to use that rally maybe to gain after if that verdict will come when they are there or before they go there, it will be easy for them then to start maybe seeking for sympathy vote, or then turn that rally as a rally to bash the government over that decision on Johnson Sakaja's fate. And I was just asking a question. Does it mean that Johnson Sakaja know the decision from the DRC? Because honestly, he would come from church and go to attend the session so that the verdict comes when you're there. But probably they knew that if the verdict is going to be given, the verdict will come out and they will use that opportunity to campaign with it. The blunder with Johnson Sakaja has been one. He knows where the problem is. Certificate might not be fake, but it's not legit. Then, if he's saying that the president is the problem, and the president is the person that is responsible for his problems, then he needs to go to the president. But he has become so vulnerable and decided to use to give UDA leaders a fodder to attack Raila Odinga. That attack on Raila Odinga, honestly, and President Uhuru Kenyatta is not doing any favor to Johnson Sakaja. And I'm telling you, that probably would be why that rally was facing, was actually being blocked. But there could also be an opportunity, or there could also be a ploy to frustrate Ruto in Nairobi. Because, you know, Ruto has been campaigning here, and to some extent, yes, he has a chunk of support, but not that much satisfactory. So that will be also a challenge. However, if Ruto is going to attend that rally, then the turnout will be low. With the presence of the police, the people that have now shied away and already know, because one thing you know is that Kenyans are nowadays immune to violence. Kenyans are immune to confrontation. What is most likely going to play out there is that people may turn out in low numbers. Why? If Ruto and Sakaja are going to Jacaranda, they will go to Jacaranda and there are no tents that are erected there. So they will talk to people on top of the cars. What does that mean? Haitakuwa timing. It will just be a passing, just like they normally do the roadside rallies. So ladies and gentlemen, that is a bit of my observation and why I feel that that rally was being cancelled. What are your thoughts? We are waiting for how Jacaranda will look like. If Deputy President again is going to take his threat to go there even despite of that police blockage.